Jameson. You know
Jameson on deck. Welcome to episode 9. It's 9. Dog.
Yeah. Well, technically, yeah.
Yeah.
If we're going by ones that's actually on YouTube, it's 4. I mean, 5.
In real life numbers, it's 9. But in published numbers, this is episode 5.
Yeah, we in there.
Yeah. You know, we out there.
True.
The young theme song.
Hi, who are you? Deez. My name is Deez.
Somebody say hi, who are you?
Yeah, my name is Deez. What's going on?
It's crazy. Stick around, you'll find out.
He's almost time. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. I'm legally blind.
You get a different one.
What up, what up?
You get a different one every time.
A potato flew around my room before you came. Excuse me.
Why they cut her off like that, man?
Yeah, she
Let her sing, man. Let her be great.
Off. Nah, she need to be
Let
cut
her be
off.
great. I'm about to remix this joint.
A potato.
Luther Legend, what up? So what you think about this new Kendrick, man?
I thought it was dope. I didn't hear it till like maybe an hour before the show. I think it was dope. It was dope for a few reasons. It's dope because you can listen to it pretty much all the way through. There's not a lot of albums, probably since Midnight Marauders, to be honest with you, for me, that I could listen to all the way through. And the beats, I was talking to Stoney this morning about it. The beats aren't like backflipping, doing a bunch of shit. The beats are like just solid.
Just riding.
Yeah, they ride. You know, they switch up and shit and turn into different beats every now and again, but they still just ride. It's not a whole bunch of producers producing for producers.
Right. It's more about the songs.
So it's cool. Now, but people are like, oh, Kendrick is bringing it back. You know, it's always the bring it back conversation.
Right.
But, oh, he's bringing back lyrics and he's bringing back good songs. Y'all can cut that shit out. He's not bringing that back. And it's not because of him. It's because of the culture.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we super on it. We bought that life for about a good 14 days.
Yeah.
And then it's just back to whatever because music is so disposable now. And this is a great album. This album should be celebrated for at minimum a year, like how albums used to be.
I give it a good month.
Yeah, and then it's going to be something else and something different. And then it's going to be off of it. Because right now everybody like, yo, real lyrics is coming back and the real this and the real that. No, that's what he just did. But everybody else is going to be cool. They're going to change the avatars on their social media for 2 weeks.
Damn.
And then go, yeah, everything's going to be damn and all that. And it's going to be right back to the same bullshit. So that's our fault, though. Kudos to Kendrick for putting out a dope hip-hop album with some substance, but it wasn't corny.
And I haven't heard it yet. And I know people will be like, damn, man, how you not listening to the Kendrick album? And I have a very good explanation for this. Y'all ready for this? So I was like, all right, on the way to the podcast, I'm going to listen to Kendrick, right? So I'm just, you know, I had the windows down, sunroof up, you know what I mean? Just blasting and enjoying myself listening to it. I went over my fucking data, man. So they throttled my damn phones. My internet on my phone is the dial-up AOL startup disc.
Man, they was remixing the shit out of your songs.
My shit was beat, humble, sit, down. I'm like, damn, I can't listen to this shit. So when I get a chance to Wi-Fi and some good speakers, I'm going to just sit down and listen.
Yeah. So, even in the meantime, before we get into questions, what's your favorite song on the Kendrick album? Let us know what your favorite song is.
Please let us know.
I'm curious to know. Because I think it's going to be like a big, vast array of answers.
And you know what I'm going to do? While I'm here, I'm going to set it to offline download so I can listen to it on the way back.
Gotta make a meme of you like... Nah.
Being in the game for a while, can you explain the politics behind the Grammys and do they matter? That is a very good question.
That's a fucking awesome question. Because we had this conversation.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Honestly, no. Because it's not based on numbers. It's not based on album sales. It's just a popularity contest. And you have people voting for genres that don't listen to that genre.
It's high school superlatives.
Yes, very much so.
Pretty much.
Big old popularity contest. So, no, it doesn't matter. While it's fun to watch and all that stuff and Grammy Awards, it's not really based on anything but popularity. It should be based off of something. Some type of factual thing, some tangible thing that you can count.
And I feel like say for the country, if I didn't know the people, I would just vote for whoever's the most familiar.
Yeah. Like me, I'm voting for Tim McGraw.
Yeah, because I know the name.
Because I don't know the other 4 people.
Yeah. I got to arguing with a guy because I was mad because the Zach Brown band won over somebody, and I was on Twitter. I was like, no, fuck that. And it was like a big songwriter. He really got mad at me about it.
Yeah, he like, nah, bro.
I ain't talked to him since.
Zach Brown is what's
I hope Zach Brown cutting that check for you, brother.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not based on anything. It's based on absolute zero.
Yeah, it's popularity.
Yeah.
And what is the requirements? Like, how many placements do you have to get to vote in the Grammys? It's like, I think it's like a placement or 2 placements on a major. It's some requirement, but it's like
a low bar, right?
Yeah, it's not that high to vote. You just got to be a part of the Grammy Academy. I was actually a part of it for a while. I think I haven't been keeping up with it.
That's super dope. I wanted to be a part of it. People would ask me about it, but I'm like, I feel like I'm cheating the Grammys because I don't even watch the Grammys. So I'm like, I don't want to be part of the Grammy Academy. I don't watch it, and most of these people, I haven't heard their music. I can't vote for these people.
I just want to see Kanye get on stage and curse somebody out. That is my reason for watching the Grammys.
Hey, I don't know who else about to come up to the stage, but let me just tell you right now. Yeah. I think you're done with that.
Young Push Button says, what the hell was Mophead Mumble thinking about dropping against Kendrick? I guess you're talking about, the Lil Yachty drop? I thought Playboy Cardi, I don't know if y'all know, familiar with him, but he's kind of like a little Uzi, you know? Yeah. He dropped today also.
Yeah, that's cool. Is that like even the same thing? Like, is that something for him to worry about? Because the demographic is different. There's some overlap in their demographic, but for the most part, like a person that's fucking with who's it, Uzi that came out?
Playboy Cardi.
Playboy Cardi. A person that's fucking with him, they probably going, I fuck with Kendrick, but he alright.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? And the person that fuck with Kendrick real heavy, they gonna be like, Playboy Cardi, though. Nah, it ain't gonna happen.
Let's see.
Mophead Mumble. It's fucked up.
Lito, what up, man? ER Beats, 9th of this thing. This was about Push Button. I didn't know 9th was on there, bro. I'm slipping. I'm behind.
Now, I'm going to tell you what I do know. I don't know any of the producers on there. I listened to the album and I heard the producers that are on there, but I listened to it on Spotify, and of course it doesn't tell me anything about who produced what song. So I just listened to the album as a whole, enjoying it and not knowing. Of course, DJ Dahi's on there.
Oh, yeah, he's super dope.
I heard an ill story about him, too. He took the dude, and Stoney was telling me this morning, he took the dude, Steve Lacy, from the internet.
Oh, yeah.
To the studio. He's like, one day, I'm going to the studio with Kendrick, you should come. And Steve Lacy ended up getting on the project. And then he did a whole, like, interview or story or something about it on Apple Music.
That's fly, man. We need more of that.
Yeah, that's what it should really be, though. Like, yeah, I'm going to the studio, like, come through. Not like, yo, email me some beats and I might send them to Kendrick. And he like, yo, just come through. You dope. And he ended up getting
right. That's you just gotta trust the person, because some people ain't. I've been in situations where people aren't ready to be in those kind of situations.
Yeah.
Some people don't know how to handle like being around a celebrity or not, and it's like, yo, it's not really a difference in it. You treat them like a normal person. That's the thing.
They just normal people. It's like sitting in a room with me and you right now. Just you sit around and you talk or
right.
But yeah, people. It's like the second that they walk into the studio and you see the equipment and you know the celebrities in there, people just turn into somebody totally different. I don't know if it's the smell of the weed that get to you or something.
The ambiance, the paparazzi flashes.
Yeah. People either get mad nervous or they get overly hyped about it.
Oh, man, just play it cool.
Yeah.
Seth Jones, so you mixed in Ableton. Do you bounce the files to audio? Also, when you're done mixing, do you master in another DAW, Logic, or Pro Tools?
No.
Do you need to have more than one DAW?
No, you don't need to have more than one DAW. And I think a common misconception here is that when you make a beat, it gets mastered. That doesn't happen. You make a beat, you mix it down, yourself most of the time. You know, you just mix it till it sounds good to where you can send it to somebody. Then if it turns into a song, like if you're putting out a project or a major artist wants it, they'll get it mixed for real by a real engineer. Because all these people like, how should I mix and master my beats? I'm like, well, first of all, you're not an engineer, especially not a mastering engineer. You should have to learn that. It's like fixing your own car. You know what I mean? You should probably take that thing to a mechanic.
You might can fix a little bit.
You might replace a filter here and there, but But yeah. So anyway, to answer all of your questions, mixing Ableton, yes. Now bounce it to another DAW and mastering, no, because I don't have a reason to master my beats unless they're going somewhere else. And the label or the artist or whoever the system is running the album that's coming out, they pay for the real mixing and the mastering. Don't waste your time at home mastering your beats. I'm not even sure people really know what mastering is. Yeah, I think mix and master just like comes together as like a package.
Yeah, and they don't understand it's two completely different arts.
Yes, definitely.
Mike Robbins, 28. What's good, guys? Hope you're well. Can you give an example of a found sound you recorded and how you processed it to what you wanted?
Yes. The new Mac Wild single that's out now, Explore. I produced it. My man Cameron Wallace wrote it. The drum loop on there is, I don't even have a lot of the drums in here, but they're found percussion, just drums that I had laying around the house. Went outside, recorded them. You could hear that they were recorded outside. And I came in and all I had to really do was clean them up and put a little compression on them. And if you want to know how I cleaned them up, there's a blog post on my site called How to Sample the World Like a Pro. It's written by my man Mitchell, I Am the Innovator. Go check him out.
I had to make sure I was on the right bank.
Right. But yeah, go to my blog. It's called How to Sample the World Like a Pro. It shows you how to sample stuff, but more importantly, how to clean it up once you do it. So, and also check out Mac Wild's Explore. You'll hear the drum loop that I use in there. You can hear all the ambiance and the outside and all that good stuff.
Hey.
Yeah. Oh, shout out to Joe Budden for playing that song on his podcast the other day as the sleeper.
As the sleeper song of the week, man.
Yes.
Shout out to young IDK Jr. Music, man. He wrote a guest blog, 808s, 8 tips for better 808s on the Producer Kit, man.
Listen, I read that joint. That shit was mean. That was a great article. Yo, IDK Jr. Shout out to you, man. Praying hand emojis with the cup. The blog you wrote was crazy. It's on the Producer Kit, right?
On the producerkit.com.
Yeah, go to the producerkit.com, man, and check out that blog. What was it called? The 808?
8 tips for better 808s.
8 tips for better 808s. That's super dope.
You know, 8 is my favorite number. I'm born
I didn't know.
August 8th.
Oh, shit.
80.
Oh, shit.
Something. When you're making a beat, do you normally start with the drums or melody? What's your method?
You want to take this one? We got the same process.
And it's crazy. I didn't know it was really a other way until I posted this meme up. There's like drums first or melody first, and the comments was crazy. I'm just like, really?
Yeah, I'm like melody.
Yeah,
melody
I always do melody first, chords, melody, and then I build around it. Occasionally, I have like if it's like those loops and stuff. If it's like a dope percussion loop, I'll start there.
Yeah.
To give it a bounce.
For the most part, it's melody.
Yeah. But I'll use that just to come up with my chord progression.
Yeah.
I'll just play on top of that. Really, my main thing that I'm trying to figure out is the chords.
Yeah. I think it's easier to do it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, even with drums and having prep loops and all that stuff, you can do it that way, but it's still just better to start with like the chords or the melody. Because
for some reason, it's easier to make drums fit than it is to make melodies fit to drums.
Yep.
Something about it don't feel natural to me when you do it the other way.
Right, like with the drums, you can change out snare, kick, hat, all that pretty fast, and you can even change the pattern pretty quick. But when it comes to the melody, you change drums, you have to think of a melody,
pretty much,
and that's the difference. That's why I work that way.
If Oracle invite me to a JT session or Triz for a Usher session, you would be silent the whole time unless I was spoken to.
Yeah, I can see that. And that's not bad. I mean, of course, you'll end up talking, of course, because people will talk to you. But I used to be like that, though. When I first started working with Tim, I'm like, man, look, I'm just here to do what the fuck I'm supposed to do. I'm not here to be, hey, everybody look at me. And yeah, I was quiet. A lot of people didn't even know I spoke until I started getting cool with people.
Right.
Of course. But I'm like, yo, I'm here to work.
Bruh, Moats, dog, if you saying, bro, what the hell, you think I'm gonna answer your question like that? Man, you don't get up. Boy, if you don't get your man, this is not we listen to what you want us to do and we do it. This is a situation of we have a conversation and we talk to the community. Yeah. So if it ain't that, boy, if you don't get bruh, hold on.
It's okay.
Let's do it look like I care.
No. Okay. If you don't know who wrote, produced a track, and you want to find out, do you just Google, or is there a better source for that? Which is a very good question, because nowadays it's much. Do they even give books no more? Like the little booklets?
Nope. Those just dead. I love those back in the day, man. Reading them joints. Now you just gotta Google. That's it.
Yeah, and then I say Wikipedia.
Yeah, I was about to say them wiki joints. Mm-hmm. You gotta do a little reading and deciphering. But back in the day, that's all I want to do is read the.
Right.
They started listing samples in there. That's kind of how I learned how to sample too.
Who to go to?
I'm like, who?
Let me see what else they got.
Yeah, exactly. Hit the record store, get another album by that person.
That was my favorite pastime, is to buy an album and read the credits and listen to it. Like, oh, word, this person did that?
Right.
Word.
Yeah, they killing it. Remember shout-outs? Niggas used to give shout-outs in that album? I would read the shout-outs. And I'm like, who? Who's Lenny S?
Right. Santiago.
Yeah, exactly.
Young Brother Music. What up, man?
What up, young brother?
So is it a good idea to use plugins like Isotope, Ozone 7 presets on the mastering chain? I agree that the engineer should master too.
Okay, it's a lot going on there. Yeah, you can use stuff like that on your mastering chain. It depends on your school of thought. Some people are like, I keep my mastering chain clean and I mix the individual tracks. And
right.
Which is one school of thought, and that's cool. But you can put those things on your mastering chain. The thing about it too is like the engineer should master too. Yes and no, because there could be a mixing engineer and a mastering engineer.
Right.
Rarely are they the same person, and I don't think they should be the same person most of the time, because a person that mixed a song and spent forever listening to it
shouldn't master.
Yeah, they got some type of bias towards it. So yeah, somebody else should master it.
And I'd say, man, if you're going, it's nothing wrong with using it. Just understand what it's doing. I think people mess up because they just see preset and they just slap it on there. Yeah, but then they clip in, they doing all this stuff, and then your mix sounds fucking terrible.
Yeah, get out of that preset work. Like, you have to learn. Even if a preset sounds cool, you got to know why that preset sounds cool. Like, what settings are going on to make that shit sound as dope as it sounds.
What was the name of that single you produced again?
Explore by Mac Wilds.
Hey, shout out to you. Oh shit. Shit.
We gotta get a better system for the sound.
We might need to move it to the push.
I'm gonna start putting like sticky tape on them joints.
It's gonna be like, bitch, do I look like a care slash or no?
Exactly. But yeah, it's Explore by Mac Wilds. Yeah.
That's good to know. I normally start with drums and right hooks. Try melody, hook and then drums. I'm interested. Hey, let us know how that works out for you. I'm interested to see the results.
That would probably work out better. When you got words involved and a melody involved, that's like Christmas. Like, you could do whatever from that point. You're like, man, shit, I'm in it.
Hasn't Roland had that Beam MIDI controller for years? They have.
Yeah.
That shit's been
on. Yeah, that shit since like 04, 03, something like that.
I use that. I got one on my I use a Roland Gaia as my MIDI keyboard. Yeah. And it's got. I never use that shit though.
But the sounds though, it has some dope sounds in it. Mm-hmm. I still have never used one. I remember when you got that joint. I got a picture of us too down at Doppler. Mm-hmm. I think it was posted the other day too.
Really?
Yep. And you didn't have the. You might have had the Gaia there.
I probably did.
Yeah.
I probably did. Yeah, I got it because Danger had it. That was my reason.
There you go.
Pete Rock says it's easy to start with drums. J. Cole followed his method after hearing him say it.
Hey,
Everybody
if it
I
works
know,
for them.
yeah, everybody that I know is melody.
Right.
Even as far as songwriting.
Yeah, it's melody first.
It trips me out when people be like, "Yo, I'm a songwriter," and then they send me these like note documents, these Word documents of lyrics. I'm like, bro, what the hell am I gonna do with this?
I don't even know what this is.
Yeah. But if somebody was to send me a melody, I would appreciate that more than just sending me lyrics.
Send me the melody with no words.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Mumble your way through that joint. That's what works. I do that with people a lot. I'm like, yo, here's a loop. Mumble your ass off for 2 minutes or however long. Send it back to me, and we in the game.
Rabbit Roddy, what up, Rabbit?
Rabbit, what up?
Triz La, you're right. It's not easy to get the melody to fit the drums. You're correct. It's not at all times. I do the melody first and search for the right drums after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a easier method. Shout out to Pete Rock and J. Cole if they do it like that.
I mean, some people do.
I got a method for doing that, but it's just like it's if I get stuck.
Sometimes I switch it up and do, but my main thing, melody first. Because, too, if you know the chords, you know your bass. If you know your bass, you know your top line.
Oh, you want your technical, the tonic. I know the tonic.
The tonic. 808s or synth bass?
Dog, it depends on your track. It's no either or. It depends on your track. And I don't know how serious you were about that question, but you gotta know. People out here be pledging allegiance to one side of something. It's never, almost never a this or this situation. Right. You can do both. And at times, different situations call for both. So I don't want you to feel like you got to be locked in. Like the answer is like 808. And you got some crazy smooth R&B shit going on that should have a bass that's rocking on it. And you just put an 808 in because you're like, I'm team 808. Right. You're going to mess up the song, man.
Because sometimes the contrast is good, too. Either you got to figure out a dope contrast of like really pretty on really harsh, or you could do really, harsh on. Most of the time when you think Drummer Boy, you think Bangladesh. Their 808s are damn near basses, synth basses. They're signs damn near. You know what I mean?
You don't. It's no decay.
It's none of that.
Like
just
straight. Yep. But yeah, so don't be either or, man. Don't be team bass or team 8. Yeah.
And trust your ears, man. Whatever sounds the best. Listen to it.
My thing, have some preset. Have 2 tracks that's always loaded up. One got a synth bass on it, one got an 8 on it. And then you can just A/B immediately every time you're doing the track.
Genius is good for credits on a song most of the time. Oh, dope. You know how to peep that.
Is it Genius or Rap Genius?
They used to be Rap Genius. I think they just switched to Genius.
Oh, that's Genius.
I'm mad they got that domain.
Genius? That's crazy. Yeah, who'd you pay for that?
No, they had to come out their pocket for that.
That domain was gone on like the first year of the internet. Like,
Big Los Lives, what up, man?
What up, Big Los?
Hey guys, I've been on Ableton since the first edition. I use my MPC 2K XL as the master sequencer.
I did that for a minute. I didn't like it, but before I built that big set that talked and all that stuff, that's what I was doing. I was using the 2000 for the sequencer.
What are your thoughts on that, and do you prefer the Ableton sequencer?
I love the MPC sequencer, and like I said, I was doing the same thing that you're doing for a while, but honestly, it's too much of a hassle because now you have sequences in one place and your audio and stuff in another place. It's just not good. Ableton sequencer is good, but you have to wrap your mind around a different process of working. Once you wrap your mind around a different process, you'll be good. And the sequencer is just great. But that MIDI it up with the MPC, unless you're really married to that and you're making some crazy beats with it, I would go all Ableton or all MPC or whatever in certain instances. But that combo is going to lead you into trouble one day.
Should I mix in mono or stereo? Also, is there certain steps to mixing, example, EQ before compression? I mean, this is, I know everybody in the chat.
He said all the words. I'm like, I'm out of this.
I say check your mixes in mono. Not necessarily keep them there, but just check it. Because you'll hear certain stuff that you didn't hear before, because mono kind of exposes stuff that stereo kind of hides. And there's a certain steps. It's really no set rules, man. People will tell you like EQ before compression, but it's times where that's not correct. You know what I mean? It's a general rule of thumb, but it's not always the set in stone.
Man, drag it around and just use your ears. Like it's usually gonna sound better one way than the other.
Mm-hmm. And for real, most of the people I know, they just kind of wing it. Most of the people I know that's really good at engineering and stuff, they just put shit that ain't supposed to be on there. They just doing shit because it sounds good.
They're going for the sound. Like, you know what the sound needs.
Right.
And you know what can provide it. Not like, oh, here are the rules. You know, sometimes I EQ, compression, EQ. You know, I put another EQ at the end, or I might, you know, do something crazy like that. Because I'm going for a certain sound, not a rule.
Big ups Triz and his Subculture Kid. That shit is fire. And thank you both for giving me tools and confidence to reach out to local guys, getting placements, and to network and collab. Holiday season!
For sure.
Hey, shout out to Young Spence, man, for getting the Young Subculture. And shit, really, any kid, man. Appreciate you coming through, man.
Yeah, for sure. And I think he reposted some shit before the show or something like that. Yo, shout out to Spence, man.
Hey, that's what it's about, man. Hey.
Community.
You guys, we trying to give you the tools to go out and just make the best music as possible. And, you know, part of making music is getting your music out there. And if you feel unconfident about it, it's going to affect you making the actual music, too.
Yeah, and you're going to change what music you make.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
It's a system to it, man.
Yeah, it's all about community. That's what it's really about. And mindset.
Shout out to Sound Oracle Packs and Kits. That's DJ Lettuce.
Hey, Lettuce, what up?
The young man.
Hey, Lettuce, I got a contest that's about to come up. I'm still debating. I don't know if you could be in it, man. I don't know, son. I don't know.
If you had to pick one drum machine to use for the next 5 years, which would it be?
Are we talking real drum machine or software? If we talking software, I'm going with the Push. If we talking actual physical drum machine, I'm gonna go with a MPC, but not a software one, like a hardware, like a 2000 XL, something like that. If we talking vintage though, I'm gonna have to go with a probably a Lindrum.
OG.
Yeah.
OGG.
Yeah, not even a TR-808, just a good old Lindrum.
I'm old school, using the MPC as the master is definitely not simple. I should try some new configurations.
Yes. And I did the same thing. I love the MPC so much, and I'm like, that sequencer is fire. Don't do it to yourself, dog. Like, don't let the dinosaur, what I call the dinosaur portion of you, keep the future portion of you from shining. Because the longer you stay hinged to that hardware as a controller for this futuristic software, because you're using something that's hella limited to control something that's hella complex, and that combination, you're gonna lose on one side or the other.
Got two Mark TT200 turntables. They ugly as hell. True facts. And the torque is up there with the the 1200 from Techniques.
Oh, that's dope.
That's dope.
They just ugly.
Yeah, they just ugly.
Diesel ass engine in them, but they ugly.
What up, Sound Oracle? You have some great sound kits.
Thank you.
That's from Quaz 5000. Shout out to Young Quaz.
Thank you, sir.
What's the best approach for placement submissions?
Relationships. That is really the best approach. Knowing people, and you might say, I know people, but I don't know anybody that can get me a placement. Well, you know people that know people, and everybody knows something, and you keep networking until you meet people. You network in the direction that you want to go, and you keep going until you meet people that can get placements. The best way to go about getting a placement, though, is to jump on the opportunity. Like I often say, it's not all about emailing people to get your beats out there. Well, sometimes if that's the only opportunity that you have to get your stuff to one person, you might want to email that person that particular time. But once again, there's no one set way to go about doing things. It's the mindset. You have to get the mindset. Because with a mindset, as opposed to with rules, you can adapt to whatever the situation is. So for you, the best way, build relationships. That's it.
There you go. How do you make your beats and find your melodies? A lot of trial and error.
Yeah. Just doing what feels right. Just sit down and you know what the buttons do, you know what the plugins do. You start pressing on stuff and you're like, hey, I wanted to such and such, what does that, or what makes that sound, and you get that going on. But it's really all vibe. It's not a technical thing when it comes to actually making beats. And Triz will tell you, we sit here and make beats. It's literally just pressing buttons and just feeling it out and hitting record when two people say "woo."
Right.
That's when you record that.
Once you get that face, either somebody go "woo" or they make a face.
Yep.
That's when you good.
Just hit that record button and then look for the next woo moment.
There you go. I got a MK12 with a Vestec mixer that I might sell.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Vestec.
Hey, if any of y'all doing DJ stuff, I'm going to give you this piece of advice that took me a long time to understand. Turntables are heavy as fuck. They're fucking heavy.
They are stupid heavy.
They're really fucking heavy, especially when you put a case on them.
Yeah.
And you got to carry them and hook them up. So get a DDJ, which is one piece that's like 10 pounds, and you plug in 2 cords, and it does the same shit.
I had the whack joints back in the day. I had the motherfucking, not the direct drive jump, but the other jump.
The belt driven.
Belt drive.
Oh, I learned on them joints. Them joints make you a pro, though.
Yes.
They make you super good.
Dog, trying to cut on them joints, and then you got...
Because it's got that little lag on that bitch.
You got to give it a little nudge.
Yeah, I think that's why I will always be kind of good. I can not DJ for 2 years, and I'll still... Because the way I learned was 2 records, which was Freeway, Rock the Mic.
Rock the Mic, yeah.
Two of the same records. And this is when you had to buy the actual vinyl. It wasn't a Serato. So I had 2 of Rock the Mic, and I would just go back and forth mixing them bitches. Mm-hmm. And then I got Flip Side. So that was like my 2 that I would just go back and forth. And that's the only records I had for like a year, dog.
Really?
Cutting on those same 2 records.
But the limitations made you better.
It made me so good, dog.
That's
on a belt-driven fucking turntable.
Yep, them belt drive. I used to be mad. Like, fuck, I can only afford the belt drive. But, hey, made you nice, cuz. Nice.
Reaper is basically made from the guy who invented Winamp. If some of the old heads remember using Winamp for MP3s.
As an old head that remembers Winamp, Triz will tell you, I still use Winamp.
Right now.
There is no better MP3 player to me. I still use Winamp to this day, cuz that is my MP3 player. Winamp.
Yo, shout out to Young Oracle for keeping it up. Winamp,
keeping it real, cuz.
OG.
Yeah. They don't even make that shit no more. Like, they stopped making that joint like 2 years ago.
Damn.
Yep. I'm like, I still use it. I don't care.
Did I hear something dropping? Yeah, man. New Oracle kit dropping next week, man.
Next Friday, April 21st. Oracle percussion loops will be out. Yeah, so check for that. They pretty cool. They pretty cool too.
I've got to check them out. Actually, if you follow UnQuantized podcast on Instagram in the story, you can see us playing through some of the sounds. It's fire, man. Super fire.
Thank you, sir.
I'm hyped, man. I'm hyped about, my dog Oracle with the young percussion loops, man.
Yeah, percussion loops coming out. People ask for them. Here they come.
How good is the high-low kit? Because I will copy right now.
Amazing.
Yeah, y'all let them know in the chat. If everybody got Subculture. So when you get Subculture, you get high-low. So not only you get 1 kit, you get 2 kits. Today is the last day, bro. It goes into the Disney vault right beside
Halloween.
What's that damn? Cinderella.
Yeah.
Lion King. It's right there. It's never coming back out.
Super dope.
Man, can we get 1 sample from that kit? Just 1?
From which one?
Your new one.
Yeah, dang it. Oh yeah, this one's dope. It got an 8 in it though. I don't know if you heard. That one was. Anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, that was 2 for you. That was 2. He said 1. Best advice for a producer starting young, 16.
Network and get your social media game up.
And I say practice, man. Practice a lot. Because as good as you think you are, it's some little kid that's out there even better than you. So you just got to outwork him. You got to DJ lettuce your way through this motherfucking shit.
I like that.
Because it ain't, technically, I wish somebody would have told me, it's not about how good your music is.
Not at all.
which is the crazy thing, which blows my mind even still. It's not about how great you create music. It's about politics.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Talent is a minor part of this whole thing. Because you can have, think about how many people you know about that's talented as hell that are nowhere. And then think about how many people that have had crazy success and you're like, yo, you're the worst rapper or the worst artist ever.
Right.
Talent is a small part of this.
There you go. Jack Sway, is there going to be another beat contest for this new kid? Because I'm ready this time.
Boom! Because he wasn't ready last time, apparently. Nah.
But Lettuce was.
Yeah, Lettuce was ready. Yes, actually, the beat competition will start. Look out for the stuff, but it will start on Friday when the kit comes out. So, yes, there'll be another competition because people are asking for that. There's another kit coming out on Friday because people were asking for that. And I think it's gonna be a crazy summer between me and Triz. We gonna flood y'all. You know what I mean?
Cause we still we still doing stuff we've been working on for a while. We still ain't got to the new stuff that we've been planning, mapping out. We still ain't got to the classes. We still ain't got to. It's a lot of stuff.
I think it's gonna be a crazy summer. It was a planning first quarter of the year. Like the first quarter is over. The second quarter started like 2-3 weeks ago. And now it's just like, let's just knock stuff out. So, yeah, the percussion loops, though, coming Friday. Contest coming Friday. Subculture was brought to you last Friday. So let that be some indication as to the frequency of new things that you can expect coming up.
Yeah, we out here.
Yeah.
Big Remo says, point system or beat system? Or best beats. Okay. So is the contest that you're gonna do point system or best beats?
Right now, I'm probably gonna go point system.
Because best beats is very subjective.
It's super subjective. And plus, the thing about best beats system is that people are like, oh, I just submit it. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. The points based system is for people that might not be as motivated to do shit, but you want something. The more you do, the more you'll be rewarded for what you're doing, as opposed to just being like, he probably might pick it, might not. I'll just do one thing. No, so I'll probably go with the points-based system.
Someone says grand prize, a job.
One day.
Another Orbit, maybe studio monitors.
I would see people are talking about the Orbit. The studio monitor thing, I'm not too hot about that shipping, man.
Yeah,
because people be winning in China, man.
Yeah, that's very true.
people win in Tibet.
Prize should get a copy of Ableton and Push 2 or some kind of gear. Good Lord.
Yeah. Push 2. You got to think too. This is my second contest. What happens now? You got to top yourself moving forward. So yeah, if I go Push 2, plus that's an Ableton thing. We're gonna work that
out. Jack Music, I can't find How Low on your website. If you go to I was about to say Subculture, theproducerkit.com. I'm about to, actually, I'll put it to you in the chat so you can get it, young brother.
Yeah.
Free kits for a year. Someone says for the prize.
Well, actually, what you're going to get, in addition to the main prize, I always offer a substantial discount code to the person that wins to the site. And it might be $50, it might be $100 or whatever. So you can use that whenever. So you're going to get that pretty much already. Like that's just in there. Don't even worry about it. Like the discount code or the free kits for X amount of time, that's automatically included.
The prize could be a free consultation. Knowledge is everything.
That is also included. So let me tell you how this prize thing is going to work since the question is coming up. One person is going to get whatever the prize, the gear type of prize that I'm offering. They're going to get a optional consultation if they want it or not. And they're going to get a discount voucher to the site. Now, I usually do one winner. I might do 3. So the second person might get the consultation and the discount. And then the third person will probably get the discount or the consultation, their choice.
I think that's dope.
Yeah, I think that worked. And just came up with that right here.
Yeah, I can tell. I can tell.
You can tell I was thinking. I was thinking like, that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do that.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's what the prizes are. That's how they're gonna go. So all we need to think about is what the the one gear type of prize is gonna be the main prize.
The big boy.
Yeah, but everybody's gonna get the discount and or the consultation.
Shout out to whoever else just got Subculture.
Subculture, baby.
Can you explain about being different from placements yet modern? Example, the Caribbean sound being predominant but played out.
I don't know. I just saw Drake in my mind.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I understand the question. Can you explain about being different for placements yet modern?
Oh, okay. So if you're trying to get a placement, the difference between doing something that's not like the fad right now versus doing what the trend is.
Okay.
Yo, honestly, and this is just my philosophy on it. Stop caring. Don't give a fuck about what the trend is. Like, you can know what it is and know why people like it, but at the end of the day, do what makes you feel good. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my whole thing. I'm gonna do what makes me feel good, but I'm gonna try to do it so well that it can stand up against the trend, or, you know, it's still gonna stick out. But don't worry about, once again, it seems to be a question of, should I be trendy or should I be different? Mm-hmm. That's the wrong way to approach that.
And even still, I feel like once you hear a trend, right, the window of jumping on that trend is very short, because you might have just heard that song, but that song has been around for a couple months.
Yep.
And all the producers who's heard it and people in the industry know that trend.
So
we're already on the shit before.
Yep.
Like, I'm already off the whole dance hall, that kind of stuff, like, because I've been knowing that it was there.
You got your one dance on a long time ago.
Yeah. So I knew that was the thing. So I've been off of that, and I'm on to the next thing. Most of the time, people who have these runs, or they make their own sound and then kind of introduce it.
Yep.
So don't chase trends, man. You got to make your own.
Especially if you're just a beginner, you're just starting out, because you also running against, okay, who do I get it to get it out to people? And by the time all that happens, man, that trend is done.
The best thing you can do is learn how to learn, if that makes sense. I feel like, no matter if you gave me a country song, I could figure it out.
Right.
Because I understand how to take it apart. And that's what all them years of practice and messing up came to, of me being like, oh, I hear this. All right, I can take this apart. I can put this like
10,000 hours.
10,000 hours. So that's really what your goal should be, is how do I be able to understand how to replicate whatever. So that way, if you hear something in your head, and if it's a dance hall, you can make it. If it's country, you can make it. You can, whatever.
It's like we were saying with the plugins. Like, oh, what plugin should I use, or should I use? Just, as long as you know what you want to achieve and what does that specific thing,
you good.
It's no such thing as this or this. It just becomes, oh yeah, I want to get to this, so this is what I got to do.
Beat Maker 3 is not out yet.
Okay. Hey, we'll get Beatmaker 2.
Beatmaker 2 is $9.99 right now.
Holy shit. Definitely get Beatmaker 2. If you're really into that life, get Beatmaker 2. For $10, well, picture it like this. If you didn't use a computer and you used an iPad, would you pay $10 for Ableton or Studio One or Reason?
Very true.
It's a no-brainer.
When purchasing sample kits, is it necessary to EQ and compress the sounds?
Depends on who you buy them from. And it also depends on what track you're putting them in.
Oh, pause due to connection.
Oh.
Okay, we back. We Gucci. I would say, dog, I EQ everything. If I make a beat, it's nothing that's not EQ'd.
At least a cut, right?
Yeah, at least something cut. So I would say, man, even still, you're going to have to do some kind of mixing. Even if they're mixed sounds. Because your beat doesn't necessarily, it might not necessarily fit into the beat exactly. So sometimes you got to make it fit. You got to take something out of the synth to make the kick stand out more. Or take something out of the bass. So to me, yes, you're going to have to EQ and compress.
And once again, it's about knowing what you want to do and what does that. You know what I mean? Like, you get a joint, you're like, yo, this kick sounds right, but it needs a little something. And you just put a little, a cut on it. As opposed to like, I can't buy that kit because the kicks aren't cut already or something like that.
Do you guys do research into internet marketing so where do you learn? Do we?
Yo,
That is 90% of what we do.
There's not a day that one of us don't call the other like, yo, guess what I found? Or yo, did you know this? Or we should try this. Like you said, that's really what we do. Like just finding internet marketing stuff and just business stuff and sharing it and trying new stuff out. So yeah. That was the second part to that question too, I forgot.
Where do you learn?
Oh.
Podcast or YouTube?
Yep. That's it. Podcast or YouTube. All the time.
You just gotta find mentors, man. Like, I feel like musically I could be a little bit better, so I'm gonna find mentors who are really good musically to kind of teach me the stuff that I'm missing. Certain stuff with mixing I'm not good at. I got a homeboy who's great at mixing. I use him as my mentor to get me, you know what I'm saying? Oracle's one of my mentors as far as marketing, as far as sound design. We talk all the time. You know what I mean? So
all the time.
You gotta bring value, but the same thing with Oracle, I gotta make sure I'm bringing him. So it's not a one-sided thing. Mm-hmm. It's not like he just telling me all the info and I'm just benefiting. Man, I be trying to, just like he be on the internet searching, I be trying to find stuff like, oh, I'm about to tell him, I'm about to kill the game with this. This is how we go with the
gems too.
Yeah. We look for the gems and we share them. So that's how you gotta be, man.
Yep, get you a circle of people you trust and then share them.
Man, I've been looking for the podcast for 6 weeks. Shout out to Oracle and Triz La Flare for dropping Science and Entertainment.
Yo, shout out to you.
Shout out to Big Los, man.
That's Big Los? Oh, man, you get an air horn. You get a single.
Are we drinking shots every time Triz La says facts?
No.
Facts. Turn y'all to college. Bring y'all back to college days.
Oh, my God. Yo, you remember that? Remember getting the joints with the flame retardant cap on it with the plastic cap?
I feel like the older you get, the better alcohol you drink.
And that's
just
for
the
sure.
lessons.
Yeah, you care.
Yeah.
Back in the day, like, yo, give me that joint in the plastic bottle on the bottom shelf with the plastic cap.
The one beside the rubbing alcohol. The one right beside it.
Exactly. And I'm going to take the plastic flame retardant cap off and just pour that shit.
You put enough cranberry juice in it, it all tastes good.
Good to go. I remember drinking straight 151 before the shit at school, going to the club or whatever. This is 151. Just straight outside the dorm, just drinking.
All bad.
Always all bad.
22 Immutable Laws of Marketing.
Yeah, I read that joint.
Dope. I haven't. I gotta peep that.
Dope.
Hey, I consider you guys mentors on UnQuantized podcast.
Thank you.
Hey, appreciate it.
And you actually have the right idea because a lot of our mentors, and Triz and I have some of the same mentors, better believe they're internet people. We don't know them.
Right.
We never met them. They don't know who we are, but we can tell you everything about them. We watch them every day, all that stuff. So yeah, your mentors don't have to be people that you can physically talk to. Just people that represent what you want to do or something you believe in that you can follow consistently and just get some advice from.
Jack Sway says, I'm plotting this beat contest out, man. I'm going Super Saiyan 3. He want it, man. He hungry.
See, that's the attitude I love. Jack got that attitude. Like, oh, I'm going to win. And you know what? Those are the people that win. Lettuce was like that last time. Mm-hmm. Lettuce was like, yo, I'm just going to go hard. And my man made like 8 beats a day.
Right.
Because the thing about my contest, since we're talking about it, there are a lot of things that you can do to earn points in a contest, but the things that earn the most points are making beats. That's how you get the most points. And Lettuce made, I'm not lying, like 4 beats a day. And was just submitting them, and getting them points and getting them points.
And it's Kanye, 5 beats a day for 3 summers.
Man, amazing. I was like, wow. So,
shout out to CR the show, man.
What up, CR?
And
on Google Fiber.
This is going to go into our marketing class, which stuff we'll talk about more. But I see you made some changes to your profile. He changed his profile picture. He put his logo in there. It's a lot more marketable. Hey, so shout out to CR the show, man.
See? Those subtle changes, man.
CR the show out here. I see you studying, bro. I see the changes, man. I'm with you.
Making progression, right?
Hey, I see it, bro.
CR the show out. That's what we're going to start calling. He's showing out right now.
He's showing out.
Dope.
Anyone in here want to start a share circle? DM me. Oh, so like a forum. And that's something we could talk about.
Yeah.
At one point, I don't know what I was watching, but they talked about having like a forum of some sort, right? Was that something you guys would want, like somewhere where kind of exchange ideas, general, just talk about episodes, stuff like that? And that way it's kind of written in. If that's something y'all want, let us know.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Because it's kind of already created, but all right.
I mean, we kind of already did it.
Yeah, it
kinda,
already
sorta.
exists. We just don't have people.
Yeah, but you know, hey, we'll figure it out. I recall last week you said preparation is everything.
Yes.
What advice can you give for building racks?
Oh yeah, that was a question from before. The best advice I can give is make a beat one day. You sit down and you make a beat, and if you're talking about effects racks, like just make something, and anything that you need to do, like any effects that you find yourself using continuously, like I'm pretty sure you'll make a track, you're like, I need an EQ, and I need this and I need that. The second time that you need any of those things, you just save those in a group. Honestly, the stuff that you use the most, save them in a group, turn the rack off, and then save that track as your default track. So like my default audio track is the input is gonna be set to whatever it's set to. It's gonna have a rack on it. It's gonna have an EQ with a low cut and a few other things that I'll automatically use. So that's the first thing to building racks. Just sit down and whatever you want to do and the things that you find yourself doing repetitively, have them racks on deck.
Racks on racks on racks.
Exactly.
Yo, Sound Oracle got a track using many of your sounds with the Nico IS. Couldn't have done it without your sounds. Mad love.
Dope, man. I appreciate it. Definitely.
My top mentors right now are you guys and Gary V.
Hey,
man.
There you go.
I'm just happy to be mentioned with Gary V.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. We're in great company.
Damn.
And you, sir, are going to be a winner.
Hey, Gary V will have you on your shit, business, you know what I mean? And then we'll guide you through the rest of the way, you know what I mean?
Through the musical.
Yeah. Best motivational podcast to follow besides UnQuantized podcast. That's a good one. I'm trying to think the best value.
It kind of depends what you're into.
Yeah, that's the thing. Depending on, because it changes for me depending on the moment.
Yeah, I was gonna say somebody like Pat Flynn, but you have to be into a certain type of thing to think Pat Flynn was cool. You got to really be about business and marketing and all that stuff. But for just inspiration,
I'm gonna go with Peter Vood. I feel like Peter's a good entry. He ain't Grant Cardone crazy.
Yeah, but Peter Vood's like a robot.
Yeah.
Like, he's a focused guy. He's a super focused guy.
See, I love that y'all be talking between each other.
Dope.
So, hold on. Let's start a group chat. Okay. Maybe a Facebook group. Okay.
Do we have a Facebook? We need to get Facebook.
Yeah, that's next on the list. All right. I just got that volume kit. How could she slap kit go? I named my sound so crazy.
I was like, what? How could she slap?
How could she slap? I don't know if you ever seen that video, but it's probably a snare or a clap that I put in there called How Could She Slap. Hey, shout out to you for getting that volume kit, man.
And knowing them sound, it's great when the people be like honing in on a particular sound. Like, yo, that's such and such 808.
And that's the one.
It's crazy.
If y'all get a stage and talk UnQuantized podcast, I will buy tickets and participate in the knowledge of the culture.
Hey. We'll have to take the show on the road one day.
Hey, I'm with the travel gang.
Let's go to Africa.
Man. The African 420. What up, man? We trying to go to Africa, man. What's up, man? Make it happen for us.
Lagos.
Where Umami at? We trying to go on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Set it up for us.
Well, the Starbucks are. They got a Starbucks inside of a Starbucks.
Ooh, I know that Starbucks good as fuck.
Yo, yeah, that's the OG Starbucks right there.
Ooh, they got years.
They
got
pure
experience.
uncut.
They've been doing this.
Smell that. It's straight off the plane.
It's some old lady that's been with Starbucks since like 1920.
Right.
She like the OG coffee maker. I've been making lattes before you was born.
Oh, shit.
What BPMs are you on right now?
I'll tell you what I'm on now because I asked Triz this last week. 134. I really been heavy on 134, 128, 160 something that you said. But yeah, that's really what. Yeah. And to keep in mind, I'm a halftime guy, so I translated all those to double time for you. I'm really a 60, 64, 72, 84 type of person.
See, I'm on, and normally I'm the normal. So when I say 60, I mean 60. I don't mean the 120.
Like a straight 60.
So when I say 130, I mean 130. Yeah, that's the shit I've been on. So I've been on like 118, I've been on 124, and I've been on 130. But I haven't been making any rap or any R&B.
See, that's
whatsoever.
That's dope. I find most people are double time.
I hate it, dog.
I do too. So, and when I do my kits, I always name them like the type of tempos that I use. So they be like 63. 60.
Right.
Hey, you just gonna have to do some math, man. You just got to know your times two.
You graduated high school.
Yeah,
I think.
I'm not gonna be like, yo, 186, and that don't even make sense to me in my mind.
Right. You over there
that's
like
93 in my mind. I'm just 93.
This UnQuantized podcast is the #1 podcast to me. Real informative, real music producers, no bullshit, no lies. Thank you both for creating this. Triz La Sound Oracle, salute.
Hey,
appreciate
salute
it,
to you. Who's that?
Young Robbie Roddy, man. Appreciate it, man.
Robbie, yo. Thank you, sir.
You got a story for us? Okay, shout out to you. Shout out to whoever got the young sub culture. Or whatever kid they just got.
Hey, listen. Today's the last day for you to get that hollow kit with the subculture from the producerkit.com. Be smart like the rest of these people and know it's the last day, and you get 2 kits and only pay for 1 kit. Man, you can't beat that.
Holiday season.
And this is America, so you might want to jump on that.
Binary Zodiac, yes. Oracle got the percussion loops coming up next week, man.
Yep, next week. They're coming out. I played 2 of them, 1 of them. Coming next week. And the contest coming next week.
Hey. Big Low said he gonna set us up in Portland. Hey, man.
There you go.
Do 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 do. Skirt skirt.
Skirt skirt.
Skirt skirt.